Alright, what is good, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mass Ranker back again with another ranking, and today we are doing a ranking for all of the Ninjago ninja suits / gis, whatever you want to call them. And I was debating on how I should actually go about this ranking, and I decided the easiest way probably to do this would just be to go about it Google Docs, the Google Docs method, I don't know, Google Docs style, whatever I want to call it. But yeah, I thought that I figured this would probably be the easiest, and just basically look at the Ninjago wiki, scroll through like the ninja minifigures. It's not really going to include the villains. I guess I could include like the villain outfits as well, but I was considering like actually finding the images online, but it's surprisingly difficult actually finding the Ninjago suits online at the very least. Like there's like some images of like all the ninja together, but especially when you get into some of the later seasons, I think it's pretty hard actually, like for season, for like the Dragon Rising season specifically, they get a bit more difficult to find. And so I just decided that for the sake of convenience and like officiality, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, I figured this would probably be the easiest way to go about things, and so that is how we are going to do it. So I'm just going to basically scroll through each kind of era. There's a few out here. You can see here the list as a whole. It has pretty much every single season. It also includes some stuff, legacy waves. I'm not really going to be focusing on legacy waves because this is mainly just kind of meant to be the suits from the actual show itself. And so yeah, I'm also going to skip over the Lego Ninjago movie. Eventually I'll like get to reviewing it, and then when I do an update at some point I'll include it, I guess, but for now I'm not going to be focusing on it. And yeah, let us just get into it, starting off with the pilot episodes. And so I do like I think like the pilot, it's nice, but it does feel like, I guess it's the one that feels probably the most like they actually look like ninja. I would say like this is the most traditional ninja outfit that they have. I do think that this version, what's it called, the DX suits, I think they look a bit better than the, what is this, pop-up? Why am I getting a pop-up now? Okay, I'm trying to close this here. Okay, I actually pressed on the actual figure itself, and yeah, okay, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, the DX suits I do like a bit more than the trainee suits. I would say they just look a bit cleaner. And yeah, besides that, are there any other, let's see here, I don't know what these trainee micro figure things here are, but then you got obviously Master Wu, Garment. I'm less so focusing on like the villains or the other side villains here in this case season, the pilot season, I guess, is the skeletons. I'm not really focusing on that as much. I'm more so focusing on just the ninja. And the ninja stuff I would give here, there's no F tiers for the record. I think that all the suits are at the very least like decent. Like yeah, D tier would be not good or bad. I would give Rise of, this is actually, I guess I forgot to include Rise of sorry, I forgot to include the pilots. Let me just real quick do that. Let's do your pilots. Yep, there we go. Okay, so the formatting's a bit weird. I don't know why the formatting is acting like this. Why is it skipping over a row here? Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway, okay, whatever. Anyway, okay, let's put the pilot. I would give it probably, I'm gonna be a bit harsh. I'm just gonna say C tier. I think that it's good, it's a good start, but I think that the suits definitely do get better in the later seasons. Moving on to Rise of Snakes. Rise of Snakes, it looks cool. They get like a bit of armor on their suits and stuff, but it also does look a bit plain, I would say, compared to some of the later seasons. And I do think that this one, I guess, has Lloyd, even though I think Lloyd is not yet the Green Ninja he becomes the Green Ninja, I guess, at the end of season 1, but he's not actually like in his older form yet. So yeah, overall, I would give probably the season 1 suits, I would say Rise of Snakes, I would give it probably, I'm gonna be harsh. You know what, I'm gonna get rid of D tier. I think D tier is like, no, I'm not gonna get rid of D tier. I think I'll give it actually this D tier. I was thinking like maybe I just include it in C tier. I don't know what's up with the formatting. The formatting is like kind of different this time for some reason. I got like this list from ChatGPT. I didn't feel like typing it all out myself, so maybe that is the reason. But anyway, yeah, that it's not really, I like the later ones better. I think the suits get like much better in some of the, like when it gets more into the prime seasons, like seasons, I don't know, like here, even now, like the suits start getting better. I like these suits a lot. These are from season 2, Legacy of the Green Ninja. This is when these are like the initial suits when they are on the temple, I think. Maybe this was after, yeah, I think this was, yeah, okay, so this was after Lloyd did the ritual, and that he basically, all the ninja, like they got their elemental swords, and then when they got the elemental swords, they also got these like new suits, and I think it looks very nice. I would give it like probably, I'll go B tier, I'll say for season 2. Yeah, okay, there we go. Next up, what do we have? We have season 3 Rebooted, and I like Rebooted. It's cool. It does look pretty yeah, I'm not sure what the right words are, but it does look a bit, I don't know, out of all the themes, this one feels a bit like it's supposed to be technology themed, and comparing it to something like Prime Empire, the Prime Empire in-game video game suits look a bit more on theme compared to something like Rebooted, where it doesn't feel too Digiverse-esque, I guess. And you do have the stone armor suits as well, because the ninja did end up getting these stone armor outfits, I guess. And I do like Lloyd. Lloyd is probably my favorite from this season, and you got Pixel as well. I'm not really focusing on the other characters besides the ninja. I would give probably, I go a solid. I'm not, you know what, for this tier list, I'm just going to group it in. I'm going to call it C/D tier. I think that's just going to make it easier. I don't really want to consider any of them D tier. D tier is like not good or bad. I would say that they're still at the very least like good, I would say. So I don't know what's going on with this. Like the formatting's a bit off. I guess we'll just space it out. I can't. Okay, I guess for some reason they're all being spaced out. I don't know what the reason for that is. But anyway, moving on, we have Tournament of, okay, I keep accidentally clicking the minifigures. Didn't mean to do that. How do I, okay, now it's gonna lag a bit. Did I just accidentally press on it? Okay, thought I accidentally pressed on an ad. Okay, let's jump to Season 4, Tournament of Elements. I like Tournament of Elements a lot. I think that the suits here are some of the most unique ones so far that we have. And I like the base ones, like the when the masks are on, the jungle ones, I guess. They don't look as good. They look a bit too similar to, like, I think Season 1 or Season 2's. But I do think that the actual tournament suits look very nice, I would say. And I would give probably, I'm not going to say S tier, but I would definitely say A tier at the very least. So yeah, we'll go A tier. Next up, Possession. Let's see here. What do we got for Possession? Possession, we've got, yeah, I like this as well. I like when the suits get a bit darker, when it's like a bit more black to it. That's like my personal taste for these suits. And I think that they look nice. I would definitely say that. You also got like Moro's version, which I think looks good. It's not really, I think I probably like Season 4's better, but I would say that it is at the very least B tier, I would say. Definitely a good one. That is, I like. So anyway, next up is Season, gotta get past all these lesser side characters, I guess. Skybound. I really like Skybound. Skybound is one of my favorite, just one of my favorite seasons as a whole, and I do like these suits also for it very well. It's got the dark black colors from that Possession had, but this one feels a bit more on theme, where it feels a bit more like Sky Piratey, I guess, with like, I guess the Air Jitsu logos on the actual ninja suits, as well as, I don't know, just they got like a bit more gold to them, maybe. That's another thing. And yeah, I definitely like also that's nice that I should have figured, yeah, obviously like Cole would be in his ghost form, but actually never really thought about that. Well, I guess here in this version, he is, I don't know what Destiny Cole means, but yeah, I forgot that they would technically, so I guess there's no like minifigures from Season 6 of Cole being human, I guess, so that's interesting. And yeah, Nia, this is when Nia actually like started joining the cast, because at the Season 5, is she in Season 5 actually? She would be, but is she like, does she have like a special suit? Yeah, okay, she was in Season 5, I guess. So it is like when she really starts joining the team. And I will say her suit looks a bit too similar to Kai's. I don't think that it is, at the very start, I think maybe, yeah, it feels a bit too much like Kai's colors. But I guess she has this one as well, which does look a bit more, I guess, unique to her specifically. So I would give probably Skybound's, I'd go A tier, honestly. I really like it. I think that it is one of my favorites. And so, yeah. Next up, what do we got? We have Season, is it Day of the Departed, actually? I think it is Day of the Departed. Yeah, so I don't remember the ninja having like specific suits for Day of the Departed. Apparently this is what they wore during Day of the Departed. It doesn't, I remember like Cole, his was like a bit noticeable, but the rest of the ninja, maybe it's just the fact that they're none of the individual ninjas are in Day of the Departed too much. So that might be the reason, but I would just give like Day of the Departed, like, I don't know. There's not really a theme to this one. They kind of feel a bit all different from each other. Not really different, but like here, Kai's doesn't not look as similar to Jay's, which looks a bit different from Zane's. Cole's is, I guess, since he's the main focus, like his looks a bit better maybe, because we actually saw it more so in the special. But I would give Day of the Departed like probably C/D tier. There's no like real theme that it's going for. So yeah, I'm just gonna say C/D tier. Yeah, I still don't, this is weird. I kind of wish that there wasn't the spacing here, but I'll try to fix it after the recording, maybe for the next update I'll do for this. Anyway, next up is, let's see here. It should be Hands of Time. Yeah, Hands of Time. Hands of Time, it's all right. It is, I don't know, it feels like a bit shallow, I want to say. I do really like Acronics and Crux. They look very good in their outfits, but the ninja themselves, they look a bit, I don't know, there's not enough like color contrast. Maybe it does feel a bit too light, I guess, where, yeah, I don't know, it's like the middle section, like you do have the sides of the ninja, which I guess are darker, but I do kind of like when the darker areas, they kind of mix with the suits themselves and not just like the armor and the arms, I guess. Like I wish that it was a bit darker in the middle area, I guess, maybe. So yeah, I would give probably Hands of Time. I would give the suits there, I'll go B tier. I'll say, yeah, it's a B tier suits slash geese, whatever you call it. I think I call them suits mostly. I think, but I do know that there are references geese sometimes, but I mostly just say suits. Anyway, we're skipping over the Lego Ninjago movie. After I review it and the next update that coincides with whenever the update video, that would be after I review the Lego Ninjago movie. Not as in like I would directly do an update video after the Lego Ninjago movie, but whenever I review the Lego Ninjago movie, the update video that would follow eventually after I will update with the Lego Ninjago movie suits, I guess. But I'm not really going to focus on them now because a lot of this is also like connected to the show itself and like how the suits looks in the show. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know what this is. This is just some other suits that was added. What is next? Sons of Garmadon. Okay, this is when we actually had the art style change. And this one, it does feel like a bit too similar to the Lego Ninjago movie. Like, I think they were directly taking a bit of inspiration from the Lego Ninjago movie, but maybe I'm also just thinking that because it is when the art style change happens. Either way, I think that the suits, they look, I don't know, there's not enough, like, there's like, it's very circular, it feels like, and it doesn't feel like it has as much, like, edge to it as some of the other suits did. So I'm not the biggest fan of it. I would probably give it around, yeah, I'd probably go like C/D tier, I would say. So okay, it's gonna lagging a bit. Great, now I gotta wait for this to load. Why is it stuck on Hands of Time? Okay, here we go. Sons of Garmadon, I'm going to give it, yeah, C/D tier, I would say. Next up is Hunted, and this was something that, like, I was wondering, as well as, like, I saw some people on Reddit talking about, like, how is it that they got different suits in Hunted if, like, at the end of Sons of Garmadon, the main four ninja, they got trapped in the first realm. So how is it that they would have been able to get, like, new suits while they were in the first realm? So, yeah, you can see, like, the suits are, like, slightly different, which I don't really understand how that would be the case. I do think that's probably the Hunted suits, I don't know if they're better. I do think that maybe they are a bit more on theme maybe than Sons of Garmadon. Let me see here, Sons of Garmadon. I'm not sure, maybe Sons of Garmadon looks a bit more fresh, like a bit cleaner maybe, and I don't know, but this does feel a bit more on theme, I would say. So I think they're about equal. I'm just going to put this as well, Hunted suits, I'm going to put as well in C/D tier, I'm going to say. So here we go. Yeah, C/D tier, I would say. Let me space this out a bit because it just feel like there's not a lot of room here. Okay, March of the Oni, Season 10. Did they even have, like, special suits in Season 10? I don't remember, but let's see here if they did. Legacy Wave, no, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, so apparently March of the Oni did not have, like, suits for the ninja. So I'm not really sure what they wore in, let's see here. Maybe they wore the same Season 9 suits in March of the Oni. So, Ninjago, March of the Oni suits. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't remember like anything specific. I think maybe they just like wore, sometimes the ninja just like wear combinations of like different previous suits. Like I remember in the beginning of season 4, the ninja like before they got like their main suits for the season, they like sometimes just wear like some previous suits that are not really, yeah, so they just like sometimes wear random suits that they wore in the past. Here, this is the poster for March of the Oni. And it doesn't seem like they're not really wearing suits really in this shot, and in the season itself, I don't really remember what they were wearing. So I guess we are just not going to rate it because they don't really have a specific suit that is memorable. So I'm just going to delete this, I guess. All right, next up, Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Yeah, okay, let's see here. It's not really one of my favorites. It feels like nothing too cool or unique about it. Yeah, it's not really the best, I would say, so I'm just gonna go with C/D tier. Yeah, it's not very, don't like it too much. Prime Empire, okay, skip past the Legacy Waves because we're not reviewing this. Okay, Prime Empire, this one does feel like very on theme. You have like video game versions of the suits, which I do like, as well as not even just that, but the ninja themselves, like certain ones like Kai and Jay, as well as Lloyd, like they do get like some kind of video game aesthetic outfits that they like avatars that they wear, which is, I guess, nice. And yeah, but overall the suits themselves, I would give them probably, they're very on theme. Out of all the suits, they are some of the most on theme suits that there is in the series. And for that reason, I will give them probably, I'd go like B tier, not an A tier suit, but definitely a B tier suit. So there have not been any S tier so far. Anyway, moving on, what do we got? We got season 13, if I'm not mistaken, is next, yes. Okay, this one feels the most like not ninja suits. This one, like, it feels more like they're knights, if anything. It feels like it's getting some, I don't know, I want to say some Nexo inspiration, which is good inspiration to get from. I don't even know if I ever finished Nexo Knights. Like, I remember I watched like the first 2 seasons, but I remember I could never find any episodes after the 2nd season. So, and I'm pretty sure, like, I don't remember if it continued after that. So at some point I'll probably end up reviewing Nexo Knights, and I'll end up completing the show to what extent it was completed. So anyway, so season 13, I think it's nice suits. It's not really like ninja themed anymore. It feels like it's I guess ninja themed, but it definitely feels like a departure from the traditional ninja suits. It definitely feels more knight related than actual ninja suits. Either way, I would give it probably, I'd go not A tier, I'll just go B tier. I think that it's probably B tier, but not an A tier I would give it. So yeah, I would say, yeah, B tier. Next up is the island. The island, let's see here what the island suits look like. Another legacy wave that we are gonna skip past. There's a long one apparently. Okay, here we go, the island. This one doesn't look too bad. This one, it's kind of nice. I do like the kind of, yeah, you got like Cole's rocking a different hairstyle. Lloyd also got like a bit of longer hair, like wearing a bandana. Jay's got like a slightly different hairstyle. Kai also, honestly, it feels like all the characters, just their hair grew a bit longer in the island. That's kind of it. That's how I view this season's suit change. But the suits themselves are nothing special. Honestly, this season, it's like it's much more just a hairstyle that looks different, which, yeah, I mean, it is like, it's the suit slash like how they look just overall in the season. So I like it. I would say like probably, I'd say just another B tier, I think. Probably not a tier, but yeah, definitely a B tier. Yep. Okay, there's another one that's like for some reason being spaced out. I don't know why that is the case, but anyway. Okay, Seabound. Seabound is this one's also like from what I remember. Yeah, Seabound. It's like they don't really have suits. They just kind of have. Well, I mean they do, but they do also have these scuba outfits, which I don't really like the scuba outfits that much. It's not really. It's like it's a suit technically, but it's not really that cool of a suit. I would say. I think that the actual like suits themselves do actually look pretty nice. So in Seabound, I would say they feel much more, I guess, I don't know, fluid, maybe aquatic. Yeah. So is Cole not in the suit? What is this? Cole is like a scuba diving. Is he not? Like, does he not have a regular suit for some reason? Is Zane also? Zane also didn't have. Okay, so I guess they didn't make a lot of minifigures for Seabound, but I do like it. Okay, I would actually give like Seabound, honestly, but this is like a nice one, I would say. It's like pretty clean, so for that reason, I will go with. It's okay, it's lagging a bit, but here we go. I would give it probably. Honestly, though, it's still not A tier. I would say I think it's still like a B tier suit. So, yeah. Maybe I'm being like a bit too harsh with this. Maybe I should be doing. Maybe I should do it like in media context. Like usually when I do this, I'm trying to do it like overall context of like, would I consider this an S tier thing overall, or would I consider it like S tier in the context of the show? I guess so. Anyway, yeah. Next up is Crystallized. I don't like these suits. Yeah, these don't really look too nice, especially with this being like the final season of the original Ninjago run. This one does not really look that great. It feels very, very basic and not anything unique. I don't know. It's like, yeah, this just, they feel very plain and basic and not very inspired, I would say. So I'm just going to go with C/D tier, I would say. Okay, and now finally the Dragon Rising seasons. Let's see here what there is. I think Dragon Rising, it does. I don't think they have like different suits between part 1 and 2. I think that it is the same suits in both parts of whatever Dragon Rising season it is. So let's see here, Dragon Rising season 1, and this is also when like Eren and Sora and Frack also come into the mix. So this is what they look like in season 1. This looks. I don't really like it. It feels too bulky. The masks that they're wearing. So. Yeah, even Eren doesn't look the best, I would say. Overall, yeah, okay, I'm going to have to give this Wildfire. I mean, Wildfire doesn't have a suit really at this point, but she looks fine. I guess probably the best one out of all the ninja, just because, I don't know, she's not wearing whatever these bulky looking masks things are that they're wearing. So I'm just going to go with, yes, C/D tier, I would say. Yeah. And let's see here, season 2. This was the tournament sources, so I'm hoping that, like, okay, let's see. Hopefully we got some better stuff here. Okay, this one, Sora also gets like her kind of ninja suit. Although didn't she have it? I'm pretty sure she had it in season 1. So anyway, Aaron doesn't look the best, I would say. Lloyd. Okay, here, tournament of sources. I think that looks nice. Kai wasn't in the tournament of sources, so I don't know how he has the suit of this. I guess because for marketing reasons and yeah, all that stuff. I like the tournament of sources outfits. Those look nice. The actual other ones though do not look as good. But definitely, I do like it's similar to, like, I guess season 4's, and season 4's was good. So I will give anything else. Yeah, okay, just some other side characters which we're not focusing on as much. So I give the tournament, specifically like for the tournament of sources outfits, I will go with a solid. Let's see here. Yeah, also Aaron's like in the tournament of sources looks pretty good. Did Sora have one for tournament of sources? Yeah, okay, this was Sora's for the tournament. Yeah, I'd go like a solid, I would say. Let's see here. Honestly, I'll go A tier. I'll go A tier because it is very nice. It's like, I don't know, just tournament outfits. They just look nice in general, I guess, in this show specifically. So yeah, A tier. I'm gonna go with. Next up, we have season 3. Season 3. Let's see what season 3 has. Just gotta scroll down. Here we go. Okay, so Aaron's got some black to him, and this is when he started working with Roz. So yeah, this is like a bit of a, he's like kind of me, I guess it's meant to signify like corruption maybe, where it's like he's kind of turning to the dark side maybe. So that looks nice, I would say. I do like that for his look. It does look nice. And with Lloyd, they're going, I don't know what's with these bulkier masks in Dragon Rising, but I don't really like them as much. Here, this Ghost Hunter Lloyd looks pretty cool, I'd say, but yeah. They look fine. They don't look. I like Cole's. Cole in Dragon Rising actually has like, it's some of his best suits in the entire series, I would say. And then yeah, this is when Jay was like a rogue mercenary. So yeah, I would say probably. Oh yeah, Moro makes a cameo here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with probably. Let's just get another look at this. Oh yeah, Wildfire. She gets like, I don't know if this is a suit really, but also Frack is in this as well now. So I don't really care for Jay's mercenary outfit. I really don't like his like haircut. When he has the ponytail, Jay, it doesn't work as much for me because I just like his original hairstyle a bit more. So yeah, overall, I would say Dragon Rising season 3. I don't know. It doesn't feel. I don't know. They should have gone with like maybe more of a ghost theme with the season being like so ghost themed, I would say. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, it doesn't really work for me too well. So I'm just gonna go C/D tier. There are certain, you know what, Aaron's does look like the best this season, so I'll go maybe, fine, I'll go B tier just for Aaron. Aaron carries all the suits, I guess, so yeah. And then finally, we have the newest season, Dragon Rising season 4. Let's see here what we got. Let's see, where is it? Here we go, season 4. Oh, yeah, this is the one where they get their Draconis forms, which, yeah, I don't really like the Draconis forms. It feels like a ripoff of the crystallized dragon forms. So, I mean, technically it's a different form, but it just feels like the same thing. So, anyway, yeah, the Draconis forms I don't really like, but here I do like the suits themselves. Here, Jay looks pretty. He didn't look like this at all in the season, but yeah, pretty cool suit. Cole was also, yeah, I would say that. I don't know, they're fine. They're not like anything. Yeah, honestly, the Dragon Rising suits, they don't really look too special compared. Like in the original season, what is this? There's like apparently extra minifigures here. It's just another legacy wave, but yeah, I think that's it, right? Like what is this? This is just a bunch of extra stuff. Others, I guess. So yeah, anyway, so I'll just speak to the camera as I'm scrolling. Yeah, I think that the original series did a better job of like between seasons, there was actual like major suit changes that felt like significant and unique to the seasons themselves. And then when you get to Dragon Rising, and even to an extent like the seasons leading up to Dragon Rising, it does feel like the suit changes don't feel as remarkable as they used to be. And so for that reason, I am just going to, yeah, just say that about the whole, yeah, just say that about it. So anyway, so yeah, I would give this final one, Dragon Rising Season 4, I would put it in C/D tier, and yeah, I guess we'll just do like for the A tiers. I don't really feel like doing for the B tiers because it's going to be too long to scroll through all of them, but I hear Season 2, 4, and 6, they're pretty close to each other, so, oh, it's Dragon Rising Season 2. So Dragon Rising Season 2, let's see here. So I guess no S tier. Maybe the suits look better in show. Like, they do look better probably in show, so that's probably why I'm not giving them like S tier. But I guess like the suits I really would consider an S tier suit. Like if I did in media context, then maybe like there would probably be like I could consider some of them S tiers like in the context of the media themselves. But overall, I guess I did this tier list overall context where it's like overall, but I consider this to be an S tier suits. And I guess none of them were really S tier. But here, season 2, I don't like it as much as season 6 or 4. And then let's just jump here. I can go to the bottom here and then jump to, let's see here, season 4. Yeah, it just looks nice. It's like very classic. It's the tournament theme, which looks very good, I would say. And yeah, it's just it's like an on point with the theme of the season. And so I think it just works really well, I would say. And then for season 6, Skybound, which do I like better, season 4 or season 6? Again, I really like the black as well as just, I don't know, just it works well. It might be biased because season 6 is one of my favorite seasons, but even so, I think that it looks really nice. Just the color contrasts of like the black with the colors and stuff. I think that it looks really great. And so which is better? I would probably say, I don't know. I think I personally like season 6 more, but I can kind of see that like season 4, it feels more like on theme. And so overall, it feels like it works better in the context of the show season 4 rather than, I mean, it's like it's just meant for the ninja to look cool, but I feel like season 4 probably fits the actual context of the show better than season 6. But even so, I kind of personally just like season 6 a bit better in turn. It's like ultimately, I'm judging this based on how cool I think that they look, as well as just my personal opinion on the matter, I guess. So I personally like season 6 better, so I'm going to rank it higher. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, apparently no S tiers, but who knows, maybe if the show keeps on going for, I'm wondering how long the show is going to go on for. I always said in the past, like I feel like the show is going on way too long than it should be. But honestly, even like the newer seasons of Dragon Rising are actually captivating me. So I have regained some interest in the show, which I kind of lost in the last few years in terms of like the later seasons of like when you got to like the last few seasons of like the second series, whatever, and then the start of Dragon Rising. But like the current Dragon Rising, like it is captivating me. So I am excited to see what happens next. And I do feel like there is still potential, like more stuff that they could be doing. So anyway, but yeah, that is pretty much all there is to it. So here you can just see here, this is my list. So yeah, that is my ranking for all of the Ninjago suits in Ninjago. Yeah, so that is pretty much all there is to it. So if you have any recommendations, any shows, movies, video game stories, anime, manga, web series, anything that you want me to review or rank or compare rankings, it does not have to be media related. It can be anything. Leave it in the comments and I will maybe possibly check it out. With that said, that is pretty much all there is to it. So let's leave it at that.